What is going on, my super sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today I'm joined by jDantastic, who happens to pop in videos
Hello.
every now and then. And I wish he would do more videos with me, but he's too cool for me, so he never wants to like record. But this time he happened to answer my Skype call for some reason, so here we are talking about fan fights.
Yeah.
I said fan fights because I forgot what the second word was. Cause I
was like, what are we here for?
Well, my brain wanted to say my brain wanted to say fan wars, but I realized it's not the word I was going for. I was talking about fan fights. And specifically, we're going to be talking about really just Superman versus Goku. And don't worry, we're not going to be ranting. We're not going to be ranting or talking about, you know, this play was stupid or any of that. Instead, we're going to basically sit here and just say that every now and then, there's going to be fan fights that come up. And the key with these is the fact that they're fan fights. So to everybody that's pissed off about Screw Attack, which I myself am pretty upset about it, but I don't really care that much anymore. Instead of making, you know, all your rage tweets and stuff, make your own fan fights too. It's really easy to just create your own reasoning for why, which actually I love this, by the way, because there have been a couple of people who've been tweeting me in the past like 2 days saying stuff like, oh, here's why Screw Attack was wrong, and they would give me facts, or here's why Screw Attack was right, and they would give me facts, and I love seeing that. So instead of being angry, Danny, what can people actually do here?
I mean, the biggest thing that I think people forget is that it's fake. You know, these are imaginary people.
They're not imaginary people. You take that back, you liar.
So, like, it doesn't matter. Your world is not going to end just because one company or whatever thinks. Because, in all honesty, there's no possible way we could ever get a for sure definitive answer unless Toriyama sits down with, I don't know, the bajillion different writers of Superman and come to a conclusion on who is stronger. We're never going to get a real answer. And so, there's no point in getting, like, so upset and butthurt about it. I mean, you could state your case, but after you state your case, if the other person on the other side still doesn't agree with you, there's nothing you can do about that because it's not science. There's no facts behind this at all, except for what you know about your series. And really, the only people who know best are the people who are like super into Superman or whatever, and super into DBZ or whatever. Like, those are the people that are going to know the best, and everyone, I mean, if you're just into Dragon Ball Z, you're probably not going to know everything about Superman, so, I mean, you can state your case about Goku, but, like, I don't know, you don't really have a lot else to say. Like, yeah. I feel like that's what, like, you guys just, like, everyone gets into a stalemate, and they're like, no, you're wrong, no, you're wrong, and then, like, that should just be the end of it, but there's, like, 50 more comments after that where they're, like, still calling each other wrong, and I'm like, you guys should, I mean, you gotta agree to disagree at some point, because like you're never gonna solve this ever.
Yeah, pretty much. So instead of getting, I just burped.
Cool.
It's instead of just, you know, going back and forth and just being angry, state your own facts. So instead of going on Twitter saying Screw Attack is wrong, say why they're wrong. You know, if you think they were right, say why they're right. Just go back and forth with your own facts. So the beauty of it is these are all fan fights. Like, none of these fights that, you know, Screw Attack has released or even other companies have released are like facts. They're just like, you know, opinions based on what they think about their favorite characters. In this case, Screw Attack is more than confident in that Superman will beat Goku in a fight, and that's just what it's going to be. It'll never be to the point where they'll pick a Dragon Ball Z character to win a fight ever, unless you find Shadow apparently. But that's beside the point. I mean, you know, when they do Beers versus Mario and Mario wins, again, it's their opinion. So, yeah. Yeah,
that's, I mean, it's not even, you know, like, we're not here to rant about it or discuss the fight or anything, but there's so much stuff that's not even known about that fight. I mean, we're 3 episodes in to Dragon Ball Super, and I mean, I know that you can just cop out and say that, well, Superman doesn't lose, but like, yeah, he does. I mean, it's, you know, it's happened in the past several times to several different characters. So, I mean, he obviously does, and if he loses, then he obviously does have limits, so you can't. But that's neither here nor there. Basically, that's just their opinion, and they think that Superman would win, and nothing that you guys are going to say is going to persuade them, unless they have a round 3, which, I mean, they can't. I mean, they basically sealed the deal with this one. They can't have a round 3 now and be like, JK, Goku wins! Because, I mean, they already said that Superman's unbeatable. So, I mean, you're not going to change their minds. And that's another point that, like, when what Rhymestyle said earlier, like, if you're going to say that they're wrong, at least state why they're wrong. I mean, don't just be like, you're wrong, because then the argument goes nowhere. And no one benefits from that. You might as well not even comment that. Like, and that's just showing that you just have your mind made up, and you don't have any facts to back it up. So if you're just going to be like, no, you're wrong, I mean, you might as well not even comment that. But it's cool. It's so much fun to read like the back and forth. Like I stayed away from the whole thing. I watched the video and I tweeted about it a little bit, but I didn't make like a discussion video on it. But I'll like watch everybody else's videos and like read the comments. And the comments where people aren't like arguing, but they're actually like going back and forth, and they're like, "Oh, you're right about that, but what about this?" And they're like that's what's so fun about it. Like, who cares who wins and loses? It's just cool to talk about your favorite characters and like how they would exist in different worlds. Again, so if you're gonna add to the conversation, add to the conversation.
And all you gotta remember is these are fan wars or fan fights, not like facts. Completely made up. Someone else's opinions. These are not facts. So remember that. So I mean, that's pretty much all we wanted to say in this video. I mean, nothing too deep. It's just don't take it too serious. And if you want to have your own fan fights and stuff, then go for it. You know, instead of just being, hey, you're wrong. State your facts.
We should try to get Toriyama to sit down with whoever the current writer of Superman is.
Let's do it. I will call Toriyama right now.
Let's get Obama on the phone, because the world needs to know.
The world needs to know.
Like, we need to get Toriyama, and I don't know who writes Superman now.
I lost count.
Who is writing this current Superman? There's like 7 different Superman storylines right now.
One last thing I'll point out, in that video they used 2 different Supermans. Like, they had the new 52 Superman's design, but they used the previous Superman, so it's whatever. Anyways, so yeah, just remember that these are all just fan fights, no facts. This is just for fun. It's meant to start debates. It's meant to, you know, it's fun to read debates, and it's fun to see what people say and come back with. That's the reason why I do anime death battles on my channel. So it's like, you know, just remember that fan fights are not facts, and just try to have fun with it and not get too angry. But that's pretty much all we wanted to say.
Just chill.
Yeah,
just chill.
That's pretty much all we wanted to say. So yeah, this has been a video by jDantastic
and Rhymestyle.
And this is
me stuttering. I never know what name you're gonna say. I'm always confused.
This is me stuttering, like Danny did just now. And we'll see you guys in the comment section below.
Bye. Love you.
Don't forget to hit that like button, though. All right, peace.